romantic relationship with, because yes, I got pregnant of Matt, but all we have was like, I don't know, some friends with benefits after the open marriage didn't work. Matt and I became friends with benefits, and now we are co-parenting our daughter, and that's it. I'm not even in a relationship with him romantically or anything. I still don't know what I want. So yes, and then he goes to the tell-all and starts acting like he's offended, like he's suffering, like the poor husband. Like, give me a break. Like, no, he was like already dating like 10 different women, and he was super happy. So if he can say whatever he wants to say, I'm gonna start telling my part as well in real time, and I start not defending myself, because I don't need to defend or explain to anybody, but I'm just letting people know my version of the story as well, period. And that's how things actually happen. And right now, it's just me and my daughter and my dog and Matt, who helps me with the baby and with his daughter, because it's his responsibility. And we both agreed to, like, once we knew I was pregnant, we both agreed to have the baby and be responsible for her, and that's it. And bringing my children to America, and if things don't work out that way, well, I will, I don't know, move to Panama or any place in the world with my children, and that's it. A romantic relationship with.
Oh dear. I'm not really too sure what Jasmine was trying to accomplish with this video, to be honest with you. Because I feel like each time she posts something and says something, she's only really and truly making things worse for herself. But as you can see here on the side, it says Jasmine claims Matt is just a friend with benefits and that she's just so happened to get pregnant. She said Gino was already with 10 different women when she got pregnant. That's her story and she's sticking to it. I'm sure it wouldn't look good if she got a green card and then cheated on her husband/spouse. How does that work? I mean, listen, first and foremost, I do believe that she's telling the truth regarding him having other partners, because Gino, I've made videos previously about Gino pretty much having other partners because of women that have come forward, of evidence of Gino actually talking to them in the DMs, flexing, his 90-day fame and all them kind of things. So there's probably a whole lot of truth behind that. Now, when it comes to the cheating thing, I'm still not too sure why people still run with the narrative of cheating when Gino gave her permission to go and sleep with somebody else. I mean, listen, before that, if you say to me that she cheated on Gino with Dane, I will agree with you. If you tell me that she cheated on Gino with Matt before she got pregnant, before she even brought up the idea of an open marriage, I will believe you. But if you say that she got pregnant while cheating, well then that one just doesn't make any sense, simply because Gino had given her the permission to go and play buddy-buddy with this guy. You know what I'm saying? But it still doesn't make any sense to me that Jasmine got pregnant with Matt when all these years she was with Gino and Gino wanted to have a child, she was unable to get pregnant. Maybe there's been truth to the fact that it hasn't happened because Gino has always failed to perform in the bedroom. But also at the same time, Jasmine did also say that she didn't actually want to have a child when she was Gino too. So the fact that she actually got pregnant with a guy that she actually wasn't in an actual relation with doesn't make anything any better. It just makes it look even worse. It makes it look even more like a clown. But Jasmine will say things to try and justify X, Y, Z. But listen, let's get in and see exactly what Gino had to say here. So, as you can see, Gino says Jasmine is lying again. She left out the super critical point of why we separated when she says the open marriage didn't work out. The truth will come out starting with the part 4 of the tell-all and will play out on the show. So stay tuned. Also, I never spoke with women until after we separate or during the time at the resort, like Jasmine claims. She continues spreading lies on social media about me and our relationship. Okay, cool. I mean, if that's the narrative that Gino wants to go with, well then I guess that's the narrative Gino wants to go with. I still feel like he's out here just trying to promote something, you know what I mean? The calamitous of this guy is surreal, if I do so say myself. I mean, listen. Also, I will say this though. I don't know why Jasmine thinks that she's showing or proving that she's a responsible person just because she's coming out here to talk about how her and Matt decided to take the responsibility of her keeping the child rather than any other option. I mean, okay, good for you. You did that. Okay, fantastic. But you've still brought your child into a world where the child doesn't even have a stable home as of yet. But then again, you can argue and say that a stable home doesn't always necessarily mean two people that are together. You can argue and say that a stable home is two parents that want to be involved in the child's life and who will co-parent in a healthy level. So to be fair, maybe they're not in a broken home, to be fair. But the interesting thing is that Jasmine is always taking videos and pics of her and Matt cozying up and always bragging about how Matt is so much of a great man and how much he's basically better than Gino in every single way. It's interesting how she can speak so highly of him in her videos, in her pics, but yet you don't want to commit to the man. Interesting stuff. I wonder if there ever will be in a situation where they will be committed. Now, of course, it does say here though, in the caption itself in particular, also say description, where it does say that, oh, my bad, this is Gino's comment. This is the one I'm looking for here. I'm sure it wouldn't look good if she got a green card and then they cheated on him. Now let's talk about the green card part. Now the green part itself in particular wouldn't have looked good if she generally got pregnant whilst with Gino. But she didn't. She got pregnant whilst in an open relationship, or from her timeline once they actually ended the open relationship because the end up didn't work. It ended up not working. And to be fair, Gino does say she left at the super crucial point of why we separated, when she said open relationship didn't work out. So it's interesting. Did she get pregnant during the open marriage, and that's why they ended up breaking up? I mean, that's something I guess we have to wait to find out on part 4 because Gino's such a freaking salesman for TLC. Yep, he's gonna keep letting us know that we must watch the part 4. Okay, calm it down, Gino. We're gonna watch you. Okay, relax, and we'll find out whatever you feel like we need to find out. Remember, Gino did say that when his NDA is over, he's gonna come out and tell us some big tea regarding Jasmine. And his NDA probably isn't going to end for a very long time because he's literally back for another season of The Single Life. So this NDA nonsense he's talking about is probably a bunch of gobbledygook. And it's interesting though because Gino doesn't have the decency to come out and speak for himself. He has to wait for the show to do it for him because of the NDA. No. Gino just doesn't like speaking out for himself. He has to get other people to do it for him. Rob did it, Josh did it, and now TLC is doing it. Well, to be fair, they've been doing it for him. Honestly, this guy is nothing but pathetic. Once I finally got the word out of my freaking mouth. But listen, I want to know your thoughts on the situation itself in particular. I mean, for me, this video did not help Jasmine in any shape or form, to be honest with you. It just makes things worse because you've literally brought someone into your life. You've literally had a child with someone in your life that you're not even with, which is wild because we all know that she had control over her having a child. Why? Because she had control over her and Gino not having a child. So why would she not in this situation? Just saying, what has made it so freaking different? But anyway, Gino himself in particular, just as Jasmine, each time both parties speak, I'm just left there thinking, why did you both speak? You're both just talking a bunch of gibberish at this point. None of you two are actually clearing your name. Both of you two are just making each other look like complete clowns. You know what I mean? Jasmine's making herself look like somebody that just needs to keep talking, and Gino's making himself look like somebody who just needs to keep replying. When in reality, Jasmine's saying a whole lot of words without not saying too much. No, she's saying a whole lot of words when actually she's digging a hole for herself. Gino's saying a whole lot of words, but all he's doing is promoting the tell-all. So what information are we actually gaining from this? Oh wait, we're not. Just our own assumptions. But I will say this, based on the fact that Gino says she left at the super critical point of why we separated, which would have been nice to know, I'm gonna assume that maybe it was because she got pregnant. And then that forward, would it still be then say that she's cheated? I don't know. No, that then will be defined as breaking the rules, breaching the contract. Because of course it was an open relationship and Gino was aware of the man Jasmine was having fun with. Damn, the life that we live. Nonetheless though, no, not the one that we live, but the lives that we're witnessing before our eyes is crazy work. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.